Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Chidreams. We received a few questions about x-xisos. We had two people who were having problems with the x-xiso and the XDVDMulleter application that I always recommend for you to use. But you do run into situations where you find some games that are too big that XDVDMulleter or XDVDMulleter will not let you convert. So I'll pop the questions up someplace in the video, preferably here. But what we're going to do is try to recreate the issues that they were having. They're saying it's too big, which I mean myself, I ran across that as well too. With ESPN ISO for the Xbox emulator. So we'll try to recreate. I think the game he was trying to do was Rally Sport. So typically with XDVDMulleter, you go to where you keep your ISO, the one that you're having a problem with. As you can see, this one is 6.5 gigs, which is way bigger than what XDVDMulleter wants to deal with. So you go create to standard, and as you can see, it stopped it. You can try to uncheck the shrinking part, but it's still gonna give you the same error where you'll come up here. You can click to remove this file, but it's only 50 megs, and they're trying to get you to get rid of basically 2 gigs of the 6 to drop it down to 4 gigs. So with that being said, we can't go any further. Won't hit you the next button. So what we'll do is I'll show you the programs the way that I use them, and to get me past this error here. So we'll go ahead and get to it. Alright, thanks. Okay everyone, we're going to use extract-xiso being the first go-to when you have ISOs that are extremely big. In this case, we're going to use the argument -R for the rewrite, which in this case it rewrites the file system structure of an X-ISO. So what you want to do is you want to go to your command prompt, and you want to right click and run as administrator. So I don't know if you're working in your C drive, which you need elevated administrator rights to make writes to the file system. In this case, I'm not using my C drive. I use basically my G drive as a place to fix, or so I don't have to really worry about the administrator rights stuff. So let's see, go to downloads, and as you can see, we have the Rally Sport ISO, and as you look at it, it's 7.8 gigs. So that's the problem that XDVDMulleter was having. It wants to take it down to 4 gigs, and it could not. So what we'll do is we'll use the extract-xiso command, which I just prompted right on in. I'll pop it up somewhere down here on the screen. So basically what you want to do is type out extract-xiso, then -R, because we're going to rewrite the structure of an X-ISO. So we have it there, and then we'll hit enter. Okay, and basically it rewrote it took it down to 6.6 gigs, and you can just pop it right on into your Xbox emulator. Say load this, and then we'll go to the G drive on where it's stored. We have it here, and go to downloads, and here's the file that it was created. And as you can see, it's down from the 7.8 gigs to 6.5. And I think with this title, it does have a few audio issues. don't really know offhand. I'm gonna have to cut it down some. It's like the motor overpowers everything. So let's see. We're gonna start. Let's go to single race. Let's try this one. And as you can see, it's actually, if I cut it up, it's like, yeah, it's extremely loud. So haven't figured out how to cut down the sound in it just yet, but I mean, as you can see, it does work though, and it actually looks clean. I mean, outside of the motors, it does have custom audio tracks, which I did make a video, which I'll pop it up here, so you can add your own MP3s or WMAs to the Xbox emulator, and you can, you know, run your own music, which I think is a cool concept for any game console. Alrighty, so we'll stop this one. So I guess we can say this is complete. And I do appreciate the person that asked the question on basically how to get it to work, but it is supported. So if you have any questions, feel free to move on, leave a comment at the bottom or your question at the bottom, and then I'll answer it as best I can. So I guess we'll move on to the next one. Okay, this is my third and final tool that I do use. Well, it's a combination of basically extract-xiso and then the c-xboxtool. I mean, depending on extract-xiso, like I said, it's a command line thing. I'm more of a drag and drop guy myself, so in this case we still are working with the Rally Sport. Seeing that was, you know, the one, because I fixed the other one that I had, so I just have to keep using that one. But the way it works is that you take the ISO and you make sure that you have extract-xiso, X-ISO, the executable in the folder with the ISO, and what you do is just drag and drop on top, and it'll extract basically everything out that ISO into a folder. And then you would open up your c-xboxtool, then you want to go to ISO creation. You want to add a folder, which in this case is in the G drive, because that's where I created it, or extracted to. And here it is, Rally Sport. Open it, and in the target folder, you can basically place it wherever you want to. I'll just tell it G drive, tell it OK, and it's going to give it a file name, which is Rally Sport Challenge 2 ISO, and you click OK, and you come to the start button and you hit start. And it has now created the ISO, and you can close that window and you can go back to your G drive, and here it is, the file Rally Sport 2. You can open up your Xbox emulator and tell it to load. In this case we're going to go to the G colon, and here's the file we created, and you tell it to open. You might want to tell it to reset. And there we have it. So I hope this helps out. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment at the bottom, or question. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all take it easy. Peace.